Hi guys, I wanted to pop in and give you some tips on rocking recognition. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Nikki Whiting and I have been a coach for 7 years. I've always said that I never saw myself being in the network marketing business, let alone long term. But this is the longest job I've ever had. It's something I'm passionate about. It's something I wake up every single day and enjoy doing. And I love being able to share tips and tricks with others that help their business be a little more streamlined, flow a little more easily, and help you keep momentum moving through these slower months. So one of the things that I was asked to speak on today was just simply rocking out recognition. And what does that look like? What does that mean? How do I do it? What does it look like within our team? And I think the cool thing about this is that you can't really mess it up. Most people love recognition. A lot of people, it's actually their love language. And so even taking a quiz and kind of learning what your coach's love languages are would definitely be helpful in determining how to show them, the appreciation that you have for what they're doing on the team. So I am going to walk you guys through some of the things that I do to recognize our downline. I'll also go a little bit into how I recognize challengers as well, because I think that it's also important that we know how to recognize our challengers as they are new to the group and as they are rocking their transformations and diving all into programs. So that a lot of times will transition into great coaches. So it being the fourth vital behavior was a newer vital behavior added, but obviously important if it is something that we're asked to do every single day as part of our business activity tracker, right? Hopefully you guys are doing that. But one of the things I've always said about recognition is that you want to recognize what you want to see more of. What kind of growth? If you're sitting there as a leader right now and you're thinking, what kind of growth do I want to see on the team? Is it income growth? Is it Success Club? More people hitting Success Club? Is it recruiting? Is it volume growth, team volume? What do you want or need to see within your downline that would contribute to the team growth? And what I say is recognize what you want to see more of. What growth do you want? And simply recognize that growth. So within my team, here are kind of the 5 top ways that we do recognition within the downline. So number 1, obviously, is rank. Rank is something that people are probably learning about from the time they sign up. I know when I get on a call, a new coach getting started right call, 2 things that I talk about, and I say, you're going to hear these words from Beachbody, and so it's important that you know them, is Success Club and rank. And so we immediately talk about their first rank, which is Emerald. And so one of the things that I think it's important to recognize is every Thursday being very mindful to recognize someone's rank. Obviously, we can see that in our back office. That is a very easy thing for us to recognize. And it's a very easy thing for you to comment and like in your downline when you see other people rank advancing. One of the things that makes me a little sad sometimes that I hear between coaches is, well, sometimes Thursday isn't the most exciting day for me because other people are rank advancing and I'm not. And what I can tell you is I would hope that no one said that when you were rank advancing and on the day that you rank advance. And so just know that if that time hasn't come for you, it doesn't mean that it's not coming for you, right? It just means that it hasn't happened yet, or you're at a kind of a stalemate where you're working towards these new levels of ranking recognition. And so hopefully putting some of these into place can definitely help you. But rank day for us on Thursday is a time where we are tagging everyone and everyone is liking and commenting on anyone that has rank advanced from Emerald all the way up to 15-star Diamond. So one thing that a lot of people do not do with rank is recognize it publicly on their personal pages. Instead, the mistake that I see is people going into the team page and simply doing a recognition within the team page without sharing that on a public platform for that new coach who rank advanced for their followers and their friends and their family and their potentials to see that rank advancement happen, to see the love and the surrounding and the community that they get when that happens. And so making that public is really important. So what I do on Rank Advancement Day is I recognize each person individually with their rank on my personal page, on Instagram, in my stories, and then on my actual page on Facebook. And what I do is I tag them, I tag their spouse or significant other if they have one. I tag anybody that I can, my upline, my upline's upline, all the corporate mentors that I've ever worked with, and it ends up being about 10 to 12 people that I'm tagging in this photo. And what happens is that allows for the traction and the algorithm to kind of speak up, and they start to like and comment on it, and then their friends and family see it and they're able to like and comment on it. It's really important, especially when they're new, that rank advancement is seen, that their business is seen as moving forward, that they are seen as moving their business forward. Because people who are watching and people who are unsure, they are going to be watching for that. They're going to be looking to see if they're advancing their business and moving their business forward, maybe before they decide to reach out and have a conversation with them about this business. So once I have done that and posted it, I will then click share and share it into the team pages and say, hey guys, can you actually click on the picture and head over and show these people some love on their picture? So that way it's not just us within the team who already get hype about it, but the people who really need to see it are the ones that are following them, and we can still show them love on those platforms, but over there where it's seen, if that makes sense. So that's why I think that it's important to be doing it on the public platform. Number 2, we do a Success Club board monthly with the total number of lives changed. Sometimes we will put the actual number like up in the corner, and it's hundreds of people whose lives were changed through what our team was able to do the previous month. And so usually within the first or second week of the new month, we post the last month's Success Club leadership board. And I know that Success Club is not the end-all be-all, but I do truly feel like it is a kind of snowball effect in income growth when you are consistently hitting Success Club and keeping the retention of the products, those people on Home Direct, and then moving forward the next month and adding people and hitting Success Club. It's kind of a snowball effect as far as income goes for a newer coach, because early on we don't have large teams. Commission is our primary source of income, right? So again, we're recognizing what we want to see more of for them. So Success Club board happens monthly, and we do Success Club 5 and Success Club 10, and from highest number to lowest number. And I never go without saying that even those who were not on the board have still made a significant impact in others' lives, because at the end of the day, missing Success Club 1 month and never want the coach to feel defeated or that their business doesn't still matter and they don't still matter on the team because that goal was missed. Number 3, and this is a really big one, and this is something that I like to always see more of on our team, and so it's a big part of our recognition, and that is volume. I recognize volume, team volume, all the time. Every single week on either Friday or Saturday, we share our weekly top 10 leaderboard for Beatnik Dynasty, which is my team. And that leaderboard doesn't have anything to do with Success Club. It has everything to do with their volume for the week. So now we're celebrating on a weekly basis, and it's not Success Club driven, it's now volume driven, which contributes to team cycle bonuses and income growth, right? So this is what I like to see more of within our team, and so this is something that we recognize every week. Everybody gets a picture on the board, those 10, their names are up there. The amount of volume that they had for that week is up there so that people can be inspired, and it is a large difference from that top 10 spot to that number 1 spot. And that's what's cool about this, is that people can see somewhere in there that's doable for them. And what we have tied to it is next to that volume, we place where they're at currently with Success Club points. And the reason for that is, again, I want people to see how a lot of times these high volume earners have Success Club tied in with that. But also there are moments where someone's been in this business for so long that they have really acquired a lot of recurring volume. And that person may be not on track to hit Success Club 10, but they've got Success Club 4 for now and this huge volume number, and they're still on our top 10 board. So this allows for people to shoot for different goals and still be a part of recognition within the entire downline every week or every month. So that's number 3. And then number 4 are our almost diamonds. And I've seen this done several different ways, double emerald or however you word it. The idea is that we are celebrating them as they are growing their team in between the moment they hit emerald and the moment that they hit diamond. Because there's a very large in between and a lot of defeat can happen in that time. They are trying to build their team, they get some momentum, somebody quits and all of a sudden they feel defeated, or someone returns a package and they lose Success Club points and they just feel defeated. It's a roller coaster ride, right? We know this, especially I've been in this business for 7 years. I've seen a lot of roller coaster rides in this business. But I think that having a graphic, and this graphic is something that I only share in the team pages, and the reason for that is because people outside of this aren't really going to understand what it means. It's not an official rank. So we use a graphic. It's basically them at the top, their picture, their name, and then the 4 spots on either leg that they need to have, those 4 coaches on each side, and then at the bottom, space for an emerald and another emerald. And as my coaches are adding to their teams and getting close to diamond, I check those marks off. Say they have 3 coaches on this side and 3 on this side and 1 emerald. So really they are so close. They need 2 coaches and an emerald. And so that visual shows them, first of all, how close they are to this really big goal that maybe they didn't even realize. And also really encourages leadership early on. Because, we add them into a diamond team page once they're there as a leader and all this stuff. But leadership happens before that, really. Leadership happens when they step up and they Google things on their own and they find documents on their own and they start popping into the team page and sharing what's working and what's not, and they get on calls with their coaches, and there's a lot of leadership development happening right there. And so, again, it's one of these, I want to encourage you and show you I see what you're doing. Although we're not officially at diamond yet, you're so close, and here's where we are. And so I do those. There's no set time on when I do those. They're just kind of sporadic here and there. I definitely do them leading up to retreats because I like for people to see who are working towards that retreat, how close they are, or sometimes how far they have to come. And it can be an eye-opener as to okay, recruitment needs to be like a thing for me right now. That's got to be something I focus on. And so shouting out those almost diamonds gives them something to keep working towards. So there's that. And then number 5, as far as recognition for coaches goes, and this is kind of all lumped up together, is the emails that we get when our coaches are hitting goals. Success starters, whether it's month 1, 2, or 3, Road to Elite and what that looks like for certain coaches, Success Club All-Stars or Legends. All of those are things that Beachbody says, here, on a platter, here's what your coaches are doing. Please recognize this. And I think that that is such an easy thing to grab that email and start making graphics. And I keep a lot of these graphics saved in my PicMonkey account so that I can easily go in and just edit the images as I need to. But these success starters and the people who are hitting Success Club All-Star, Success Club Legend, they're getting perks with that. And a lot of times their own team or downline don't realize the amount of perks that come along with those recognition titles, those titles. And most definitely people who follow them publicly do not. And so what I like to do is publicly shout them out, again, tagging them, their spouse, upline, anyone that I can with corporate, and then sharing it into the team page and asking them to come over and give them and show them some love. But in recognizing them in my captions when I'm posting this, it's important to share listing the things that they've earned because of it. It's a pretty big deal to know that someone can earn a pilot test group spot simply by hitting Success Club 3 months in a row, or 3 months within 6-month period. And so that's something that I definitely share. If they are able to earn free swag and a free $300 ticket to our summit event, or they become a legend and they can register early for events and they get stage recognition at Summit, floor seats for themselves and a guest at Summit. Those are all very big things that are, again, recognition driven. And if people don't like sitting up in the stands, it might be a really awesome goal to work towards, whatever title it is that gets them at a floor seat. If they want to be recognized on stage, here's something that'll get you there. If you want to be a part of a test group with one of the super trainers and be able to share that, that is an option, and here's how you get there. And so it not only shows this coach what they're doing and what's possible, but people who are thinking about signing up but haven't pulled the trigger on that yet, or a coach in the downline that has the potential and maybe hasn't lived up to that potential yet, maybe it opens their eyes a little bit to what is possible. And none of the other things are numbered, but just as important are the smaller things. And I know a struggle that a lot of newer coaches have is, well, I don't really have the recognition piece. And that's actually something I say on a new coach call is, I understand that this fourth vital behavior is recognition, and you may not have a lot to recognize right now. But once you have a team and once you have challengers, it will be important to recognize them, because a lot of people do like that pat on the back. They like being recognized in some way in a large team. So some easy things that you can do at a smaller level, but still just as important, are things like shouting out a coach when they earn their first Success Club points, when they make their first sale, when they get on one of the Success Club boards for the first time and you see their name up there, when they add their first coach and now all of a sudden they're halfway to Emerald. There's no reason why you can't do a graphic that says halfway to Emerald. One more coach, clap for them, show them some love for that. And then a super easy one, because we should all be products of the product, is transformations. Someone's transformation is really, really powerful. And if they've been too shy to show that, maybe they've been more of a discount coach, but they have this incredible transformation. One of the things that you could do is you could ask, hey, can I share your transformation and tag you in it? And we'll just see what happens, because I know what's going to happen. They might be afraid to share their own. I don't want to boast. I don't want to brag. I don't want to put myself out there. But they might be okay with us doing that for them. And I speak on this personally because I've done this. And in that case, you tag them, and all of a sudden, everybody that follows them on these social media outlets is seeing this incredible transformation that's happened, and seeing the recognition that they're getting for that, and their confidence building, and all the things that come along with that transformation outside of the physical. And all of a sudden people are commenting below, oh my gosh, you look great. What'd you do? Tell me more about it. Oh my gosh, I need this. I'm so excited for you. Let me figure out, I want to know what you're doing. And all of a sudden you've opened up this floodgate of curiosity marketing, people asking questions, people wanting to dive into their inbox, and all of a sudden they have customers and potential clients that they didn't even know were there. And so that creates a not only confidence boost right away, but also shows them the importance of being consistent and showing up on social media, right? So that's a big one too. Now, I've gotten through the coaching aspect of it, and I want to dive really quickly, and I'm going to go through these pretty fast. I wanted to stay at 20 minutes to recognize your challengers, because I honestly feel like challengers make the best coaches. They understand the products, they love the products, they're a product of the product, they have the transformation, they know challenge groups, they know the ins and outs before becoming a coach themselves. And so I'm going to go through some of those just really quickly in ways that I share and give recognition to challengers. So number one is simply planting seeds in the group. When someone is doing something well in a challenge group, show them love, comment below it, shout them out for it, let them know specifically what you love that they did within the group, because what you're doing is giving them that confidence to continue to do that. And as coaches, all we're doing is being a support system for people in these groups. And anyone can do that. It's just they have to see it in themselves. So sometimes it's up to us to see that in them before they see it in themselves, and just kind of show them. Just give them like a little, hey, a little nudge, you know? The other thing is, like I said with the coaches, is asking to shout them out. If they have an awesome transformation, but they're fearful of failing at coaching, ask to tag them and shout them out, and just see kind of the response that they get below. And if it's enough to excite them and say, oh my gosh, I actually have some people interested. That's what happened to me when I was a challenger. I started to share my transformation. I was not a coach, and people started to say, what are you doing? And I was sending customers to my upline, and she was like, girl, what are you doing? Like, these could all be your customers. But I was just fearful. I was afraid of failure. I was afraid of putting myself out there, all those things, and getting nothing in return. And so this kind of takes all of that weight off their shoulders. Number three, message them when they do something that you appreciate in the group. There are certain moments that I check in to challenge groups. And so there are a lot of things that go unseen for a little while. Maybe questions or comments or a post or whatever. If I see my challengers sharing comments and answering questions and showing someone love below a post when I wasn't in there, that makes me so happy, and it shows me their potential in doing exactly what we do as coaches. And so I like to shoot them a message and say, hey, I appreciate you. Like, thank you for, commenting below that or whatever it might be. That was really helpful for me. Thank you. And then number four is send an incentive if they hit certain goals. So I know a lot of people, when they hit a certain goal, there's either a giveaway at the end of the challenge group, or everybody gets something small, whether it's personal development book or a shaker cup with a cute sticker on it or whatever it might be. But when I do those shaker cups and things and send those to people, I always say, hey, tag us so that we can show our virtual community on our social media platforms. And that's a really simple, easy thing to do. And then lastly is just, like I kind of hinted at in this last one, was to tag on social media. Tag if you're doing a water challenge, tag them if you're in a virtual gym together, showing the community, showing them working out with you. My challengers in California, but we're working out together, and I'm in Kentucky. It doesn't matter. We don't need the gym. We don't need a certain spot. We don't need a certain location to come together and hit our goals together. And when people can see that, they start to understand our community a little bit more and really how powerful that is. So in a nutshell, those are the biggest things that we do within recognition in our team. Obviously, there are other people that do other things, and you may have things that you do well. And I think it's important to continue to share the things that you do with your team so that they are aware with how they can do those things. Everything should be duplicatable in this business. So nothing outrageous, things that are very simple and easy, but maybe you didn't think of one of those things, or you used to do those things, you don't do them anymore, or whatever it might be. But anyway, hopefully you are on the track now to rock your recognition. Thank you guys for tuning in to me, and I will talk to you soon. Bye guys.